Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, EQ Nostalgia here, and today is a sad day for Final Fantasy XI if you happen to be on PlayStation 2 or Xbox 360. The game is going to be shutting down after quite a long run. I remember it coming out after EverQuest Online Adventures. However, I do remember seeing this game when I was still in high school back in 2001. I remember going to their website and just getting hyped over all the screenshots I saw for the game. And this was before I even knew EverQuest Online Adventures was a thing. And the reason why I bring that up is obviously that's the first MMORPG I ever played. EQOA Nostalgia, EQOA, in case you guys haven't put two and two together. Many of you already know EQOA was my first MMO. But Final Fantasy XI was one of those games where I just tried to get into it and I couldn't do it. I really tried to get into this game. And part of me, I have to be honest, has always been kind of, I don't know what the word is. I wouldn't say upset. I wouldn't call it upset, but I've always been kind of about Final Fantasy XI because it was direct competition for EverQuest Online Adventures. So it's being shut down, but here's the thing, not all hope is lost because unlike with EverQuest Online Adventures, the subscribers that are on console, they have the option to move to PC. And to be honest, I'm a little salty about that. At the same time, I'm happy that this community has a place to go to because I never want to see anybody's game get shut down, man. It really sucks. Way back in the day, I made a video trying to save Toontown of all games because I remember all the people that were flipping out about that, mostly younger kids. You know, that I didn't want to see their game get shut down because it sucks. It really sucks. You've got these communities that pop up, and that's what it's all about, really, especially in old school MMOs. That's not really the rule anymore. I mean, you do have guilds that are tight these days, but back in the day, the whole community was really tight, especially in EQA from what I remember. Everybody knew each other on the server. And it just becomes a small little circle of friends or a family-oriented style guild. And when all that goes away, it really sucks. And people usually find other MMOs to move to. They'll flock to different MMOs. Fortunately, with EverQuest Online Adventures, the community has remained tight over Facebook and other areas. So it is important to maintain that community. I think that's what matters more than anything. So it is awesome that these guys can go to PC. They can maintain their community. Yeah, it's going to shake things up a little bit, but at least they're not losing their game. I'm personally wondering whatever happened to that mobile Final Fantasy XI app that was supposed to be coming. I was looking forward to it. I was actually going to start to play that because maybe in a mobile setting I'd get into it a little bit more. But I don't know. I tried to get into it. Your first MMO, you just can't be matched. That's just pretty much what it comes down to. And with Final Fantasy XI, I always tried to find groups, and I could never really find a group. I had trouble mid to late game. I remember meeting up with a lot of Japanese people. They were really nice, really friendly. Communication was obviously hindered. There were, I believe that they had a translation system in Final Fantasy XI. It was primitive, but it kind of did the job. But I had some fun with it, especially with my summoner. I had a lot of fun going around and collecting the primals, soloing Shiva. Soloing Shiva, the first primal I ever soloed, because I absolutely love Ice Element. I love Shiva. The first time I fought her with Carbuncle and lost. I watched these guides on how to do it. You have to pop these potions at the right time, and there's all this stuff you had to do. The first time I got it right, I was just elated. I was so happy because she's on a lockout period. If you try to fight her and you fail during the day, you have to wait till the next day to fight her again. So that was a lot of fun. I do have fond memories of that, I have to say, and it was very challenging. You had to go by the weather, something that had to do with the weather. For those of you who played it, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I had a Dragoon, I had a few other classes I can't really remember off the top of my head, or jobs rather, and I can't really remember too much about it, but I did have some fun with it. Mrs. Nostalgia played for a little bit, and then we moved on to Final Fantasy XIV, which in my opinion, this is probably going to piss people off, I think is a better game. But the nostalgia for Final Fantasy XI, people who started with Final Fantasy XI, that's everything to them. That's like your first MMO. You just can't beat that. You'll never match that no matter how hard you try. Another thing I want to point out is I absolutely loved the music, which is not very shocking. This is Final Fantasy. They always produce really high quality music. Final Fantasy XI had some really great music. I've actually got some of their tracks, some of the tracks from that game on CD. So this is crappy news. Nobody wants to see this happen, but at the same time, it's not really a big deal because people can just make the transition to PC. And it's going to take a little bit of getting used to using a mouse and keyboard. I don't know if you can use a controller. That's something that people will probably struggle with a little bit if they can't. Personally, I'd rather just use the mouse and keyboard, but I know there's a lot of people that wouldn't. This is something that's going to be an easy transition these days. Back in the day, this would have been a problem. Not everybody had a PC back in 2002, 2003. So not everybody would be able to make the transition. Now everybody's got at least some potatoes sitting somewhere that can run this game. But just in closing, I want to say, I did have fond memories of this game. I think it was a good MMO. It just wasn't particularly for me. And I don't think it was a bad game. I think it was fun. I still have it on 360, and I guess that's just a paperweight now. I actually have it on PC as well, so I do have 2 copies of the game. But yeah, man, it's just another game that's getting shut down on consoles. It's not gonna last forever, It's really surprising that the PlayStation 2 is running anything to this up to this time right now, and I think it's a testament of how amazing the PlayStation 2 was. Final Fantasy XI community, I hope you guys continue to enjoy many more years with your game. I'm glad that you have a place to go, and I hope you just have an amazing time. I want to hear from you guys down in the comment section now. Did you play Final Fantasy XI? Did you enjoy it? What are your thoughts on it? Let me know. If you like this video, please remember to leave a thumbs up. If you're new here, I ask that you please subscribe. I thank you all for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video.